I feel like the duality here is necessary, like the contrast of, you know, dark or light, and negative or positive, or, you know, so, but we as co-creators, you know, creators in our own right, have the ability, if we can understand it, to like steer and create better things. And if everybody understood that, it would like create a ripple effect that everybody would be like, okay, well.
Yeah, that's also what they share too.
Yeah, I don't know. So, but you know, of course, I'm constantly trying to just keep that focused. But I have everything in my life, like in my real life.
We're still human.
Real life, I should say, like, you know, we're not all. I'm not talking to people about this, so you know, that's why I'm here doing this with the videos. I feel like because not everybody wants to hear it, but for those out there who, you know, want to hear it, I'm like, I want to share, because that's the only way it's gonna get out, is by people getting together and talking about like these type of things.
You have to keep it going.
You know,
I feel like when we do that, it like raises the collective consciousness, and then everyone starts doing it, and then we're on this wavelength.
Yeah, I can like feel the vibration now. It's just like, you know, like it's exciting, and, you know, and it's like awesome.
I tell people, I'm like, I refer to them as the powers that were, because I don't want to say the powers that be, because I don't think they're in control anymore. You know, the powers that were, and it's like they cannot fight this. Like you can't fight away from hitting the shore. It's just, you're gonna stand there all day, you're gonna get sandy. It's just not gonna work. And like when I see them try to fight, or the bill getting denied or whatever, it's like they're trying so hard, because the, like, you know, the tsunami of consciousness is coming, and it's just like, once it hits, it's like we're gonna start seeing the snowball effect of like all this positivity and all these positive changes that we make, and it's gonna change the world. It's already happening. Like, I'm already seeing the positive. I know people focus on a lot of negative, but I agree with Bashar, and he says that, and for those that don't know, Bashar's an entity that comes through Daryl Anka. He channels, claims to be ET being, and he says that it has to happen like this, the way, and Terence McKenna says this too, like when he said the mushrooms, they showed me that whenever you evolve or get to the next stage, it's not going to be this like completely smooth process. It's going to look messy, it's going to look crazy. And Bashar says that this happens because you have to get all the ugly stuff out from under the carpet and deal with it, because it's not, you can't, where we're going, there's no room for that stuff. You gotta work through, you have to do the shadow work. You have to face it, and it gives you, he calls it the rubber band analogy. It's like you're going so far into the darkness, and the further you're gonna go into the light when it finally breaks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All this stuff.
Yeah.
And we have to deal with it. But he also says that having more awareness doesn't mean you don't see the negative things. He says you become more aware of the negative things, but that also gives you an opportunity to make a choice. You know, so I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like, you know, you look out the window, and even though you may see ugliness, it doesn't necessarily mean it's affecting you directly, but it gives you a choice to choose within yourself energetically. Do I want to participate with that? What could I do differently? And by doing something differently, you give others the opportunity to see you doing differently, and it gives them the choice to make a different choice.
Yes. You know? Oh. I was going to say preach, but